Hi everyone, welcome back to Byte Marx. I'm Emilio, pronouns he, him, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host Callum.
Hi, I'm Callum, pronouns he, him. Welcome to our show.
And today we have something very special for you. No, it's not our Which Anime Boy is the Prettiest episode. It's in
I
fact...
mean, can we do that legit? It'll
well,
take hours. We'll be here for days. There's so many of them.
I know nothing about anime, so that might be a fun milestone episode to talk about anime
I
boys.
could ruin you in one day. Okay, but we're getting off topic. What are we doing today, Emilio?
Today we are doing something very special. We're making an update video. Yes, I know we have access to the community tab, but I felt, and Callum felt, that it would be better if we talked through some changes that are going to happen to Byte Marx in both the immediate future and also a little bit more into the longer term.
Yeah. So I'm going to start here just by letting you guys know what's sort of the plan that we have for the channel in the short term. The short-term plan is to get to 1,000 subscribers, purely because that'll allow us to monetize our videos, get some ads on there, try and get some revenue going, and it's also going to allow us to do things like YouTube membership and getting higher SEO, and it's really like a big milestone to becoming more recognized in the community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, the algorithm tends to prioritize channels that are actually capable of generating revenue. Right now, our channel generates nothing for YouTube, although I'm sure they still put ads on our content.
Except Spite.
Yeah, except Spite. So to grow the Byte Marx podcast, or the Byte Marx really brand, I guess, I feel gross using that word, but that's kind of what we are.
Don't call it a brand. Call it like a...
project?
I was going to say funzecutive.
Funzecutive. To grow the Byte Marx Funzecutive, we really need to grow the channel to standards that are recognizable by YouTube. So that is, of course, the short-term goal. We need to aim for 1,000 subscribers, ideally before the end of the year. That would be a great milestone. What else is on the agenda, Callum?
Well, the next goal actually plays into what we're going to talk about next, which is what our content is moving forward. Man, we do sound really rehearsed sometimes. We're just talking. We're friends. I don't have a gun to my head. Yeah, we didn't rehearse. We also don't have lines. Basically, what we're going to do is, in the future, we want to be able to split the channel. So we're going to have like the streams and such on one channel, and maybe the podcasts on another, or the video essays on another. But to do that, we kind of need to build up our audience. That's more of a midterm goal.
Yeah, you might have noticed that our content is a little bit all over the place. Now, I think part of the reason for that is because I believe in the philosophy of, if you're inspired to make something, you should make something. And sometimes, I just want to talk about how the swords in Dune make no damn sense. But the other part of it is just that we are experimenting with a lot of stuff. Byte Marx is still something that is growing, I think. And as a result, we're still trying out new ideas. We're trying out new formats for different things, trying to get a sense of what the content should be. And as Callum said, ideally, we would like to split all of this up. But right now, the audience that we have is too small to fracture successfully. And really support multiple channels. So right now everything is consolidated because it's the Byte Marx Variety Hour. But yeah, in future the idea would be to split it into separate channels so that if someone just wants podcasts, they can just get podcasts. If someone just wants video essays or streams or whatever, they can get it on their specific Byte Marx affiliated channel.
Yeah, there's a couple of other goals, but I don't think we need to discuss those right now. Those are quite a bit more long term.
I will erase world domination on the white. Oh, wait.
No, Emilio. We weren't supposed to bring that out yet. Anyway, so here's the important part, the content. What we're going to be doing moving forward. From my side, it's going to be pretty much the same as I was doing with some more stuff. I'm going to be continuing the streams every week, 2 streams a week. I'm changing the schedule, though. So instead of Wednesday and Saturday, the new schedule is art streams on Sunday, Hollow Knight on Thursday. That might be subject to change in the future, depending on, whether or not people want to watch the Hollow Knight stream more and which slot is more popular and whatever. But at the moment, those 2 days will be the streaming days. And we're going to keep you updated and stuff.
Aricio does say that people do like watching the Hollow Knight streams. I was telling Callum before this that people are watching other Hollow Knight content and actually clicking to watch our streams. So that's really heartwarming, to know that some people are actually interested in watching that content.
Yeah, it's kind of really weird and strange, and I've had like 2 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours, so I'm not processing anything right now. Okay, and what I'm adding to my content going forward, for now, I'm going to be adding video reviews on a variety of topics. Hopefully the first one will be ready soonish. I'm still sort of in the process of writing it, but that's kind of the first thing I plan on adding. I have some other ideas, but they're still in the workshopping phase. Emilio is also going to be adding some new content.
Yeah, so from my side, I am going to get back into writing video essays. I've noticed that over the past couple of months, some of the video essays that I've written are actually doing quite well. Again, shout out to the Dune video essay. I actually loved working on that one. That was really fun. So I'm going to be releasing video essays. My plan is to have one video essay a month released on a variety of different topics. Right now, I've actually got a video essay that is about... it's actually just ready to go, so it'll probably be releasing sometime after this video comes out. But as an aside or side project is that for every video essay that I make, I will be creating a bonus patron video essay, including topics that didn't make it into the main one. So when you see one video essay, there is going to be one other companion piece that contains additional thoughts or a side ramble or something that I thought wasn't quite interesting enough to make it into the main content. So that's the one thing. The other thing is wargames. Invariably, some of the best content that is on this channel is the content that is related to stuff about Warhammer.
Well, some of the most popular content, not necessarily the best. I'm on this channel too, Emilio.
The endless struggle between is the channel going to be about Pokemon or is the channel going to be about Warhammer 40k will continue.
I hate the narrative that I am the Pokemon guy.
Well, you are the Pokemon guy.
I like it. It's not my personality.
I've never played any of it, and I only have watched like 2 episodes of the actual TV show.
You can't blame me for you not having a childhood, Emilio.
I was
Take responsibility for your own life.
I was into Dune as a child. All right, that explains...
Yeah, I know. I reiterate what I say.
So I am interested in making more wargames content with some of the other really interesting creators in the wargame space, but also just doing battle reports and stuff like that. So the plan is to try to bring out either solo battle reports or battle reports with other people. Those will not be hour-long. I will not be making huge hour-long battle reports. I'll be trying to edit them so that they're really short and punchy. Speaking of that, Callum and I are also working on adding some YouTube shorts to the catalog.
Yeah, we've actually got one in production at the moment that Emilio wrote. It's hopefully going to be very good. Hopefully it's not going to be terrible. We're going to try and make some more. We're not all of them are going to be like scripted meme things. We're going to try and do that as much as possible, but we might just take like clips from videos and stuff and make them into shorts.
Yeah. We are not necessarily going to start a clip channel, but we are probably going to start taking stuff that is from the longer form content and producing YouTube clips. Again, because it helps us grow the channel, and also because there are some funny moments that just I think some people would see. Everyone knows that I love making weird memes. So if you've seen a weird meme video on this channel, I was probably the one who made it. And
yeah, I wash my hands of that. You can have that one.
Look, the relationship between Titanfall and Five Nights at Freddy's is undeniable, and I will die on that hill.
No one asked you to. I begged you not to, in fact. But we're going to be continuing with all of the stuff that we're doing pretty much currently, as well as adding some new stuff. Unfortunately, in contradiction to what I just said literally a second ago, we will be putting some stuff on the back burner. Just purely for streamlining. We do plan to maybe revisit those shows if we think we can, fit it into the schedule or there's an audience for it, but they're kind of low views and high effort. And it's just not worth it.
Also, I don't think we play enough new games to keep making So I Played This Game.
Yeah, so thank you for that excellent transition. The first show to go is So I Played This Game. Like Emilio said, we just don't play enough games. Unfortunately, I'd love to keep playing it. It's very fun, but no, we just don't. The next one is, like The Adventures of Bitcoin. That was what started the streaming on this channel, and unfortunately has died in the process. It just wasn't really going anywhere. Then the third is the Disco Elysium Let's Play. I know that's been getting some traction lately, but it's hard to do with our schedules, honestly.
It's a very long game. It would require quite a commitment, I think, to see it to any meaningful conclusion.
Absolutely, yeah. It's also, it's just like, we aren't necessarily very good at, I don't want to say we're not good at improv, because our entire channel is about us doing improv off of each other, basically. But it's a very different experience, trying to do that off of a game. And that's not necessarily, we don't have a lot of practice with that. It seems foolish to try and divide our efforts between all the things we're doing now and also trying to practice being good at Let's Plays.
Yeah, I think that one of the reasons why we're pivoting some of the content in the way that we have is because I think it would be easier for us in some ways to make content separately. Smaller bits of content, relatively speaking, streams and video essays and all that stuff. But also, I think we do want to make the podcast episodes continue, right? We're not going to be stopping them. We're still going to be making them. I have plenty of ideas. But I also want to make them a little bit more special. I know there is a portion of the audience that basically just listens to podcasts only. And we'll talk about that later. But we are trying to offer more content to you guys. And as we see what sticks a little bit more, we'll start to fixate again back on, I think, specific stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's stuff we want to make,
Yeah.
Not to sound like we don't care what you want, but we're not doing this purely to please people or anything, or because we think it's going to be popular. We just want to make it.
Yeah.
And
Look at
we're definitely not doing this to be popular. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we're just trying to sort of do the things we want to make. Unfortunately, while we would love to keep making like stuff like the Disco Elysium Let's Play, which was one of my favorite things we ever did, it's just not worth it at the moment. So we're putting it, like I said, on the back burner, which means we can go back to it, just not right now. The big one that's going on the back burner, unfortunately, is Hardly Heroic.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I loved Hardly Heroic. It seems like no one else did.
Yeah, it was a lot of effort to put that together, both in terms of editing, production, scheduling. It was just a lot of work, and it just didn't get the views that we thought it would. Like,
it is hard enough to get you and I on the same schedule, and I basically do nothing 24 hours a day. It is impossible to get 4 people on the same schedule. I have no idea how we're going to do it. But there was a lot of problems with that show from the beginning. I've only ever done like a D&D podcast a couple of times, and it never very frequently, never in a continuous fashion like this.
It was also a type of game system that people are not like. No one's super clamoring for like Star Wars Let's Play, role play content. We thought we'd do Hardly Heroic and not do D&D because everyone was doing D&D, but it turns out people were doing D&D for a reason.
And the crazy thing is, we didn't even want to do the Star Wars one, because we wanted to do Warhammer Rogue Trader, right? But you can't do that because Games Workshop won't allow you to use their products without their consent or whatever.
There had been like a lot of like legal worry about like fan created content with Games Workshop licenses. So I told Callum, let's not risk it, right? We don't want Games Workshop to issue us like a cease or desist or anything like that. We'll just do Star Wars. And then it turned out that Games Workshop, I think they're starting to change that policy, but it was too late, right?
Yeah. But if you love Hardly Heroic, and I know some of you do, don't worry. We do plan to return to it in the future, but unfortunately right now, we don't have... Honestly, we just don't have the clout to like convince people to give up the next month or 3 of their lives to record a D&D show with us.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, so help us get there and subscribe and share the channel. But just real quick, while we're on Hardly Heroic, I do plan to make it full-on D&D, making it special in some way. I think D&D is the right system for this. Everyone knows it. Everyone likes it. Everyone's familiar with it. We're going to stick with that one. So if you were really hoping that we did D&D instead, we will. We are still going to be weird about it.
Yeah, we're still going to be keeping the Hardly Heroic channel. We still have like all the icons and stuff like that. So on the back burner, but not off the grill, so to speak. Just way there at the back of the grill, while Callum and I are cooking some other food. If you could tell, it's getting close to dinner. Yeah.
Speaking of talking and speaking and listening and whatnot, we have a Discord, guys.
Yeah, we do. We
guys, gals, and N-Pals, we have a Discord, and it's public. There was a bit of confusion on one of my streams where people asked me if the Discord was public, and it totally is. You can go to our channel right now, follow the link, and join our Discord. Talk about the Rat Empire with people. It's weird. It's so weird. Go and add your chaos to the mix.
Yeah, we really want to develop the Discord into a thing. Callum and I are old men. Well, I'm an old man. Callum's
I'm on the Discord kind of frequently. So if you want to have chats with me, you're welcome to. If you want to have chats with Emilio, I'll give you his address. Don't worry.
It's just my students at work. There's like a work Discord, and it's just very annoying, and that I think keeps me away from you because there's like 1,000 people in that work Discord. It's like, oh,
just mute it.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, so
a bit of reality you pop through.
Yeah,
a second.
So speaking of the Discord, if you do, there are ways to jazz it up. There will be patron-only special features that will come through. I think special roles that you'll get.
You'll be awarded a Discord role if you subscribe to any tier of our 2-tier Patreon.
Yeah, so that brings us 2 changes to the Patreon. So we wanted to basically streamline the Patreon experience because I think, number one, we're not big enough to have 3 tiers. I don't really think that that's true for us yet. Maybe in the future. And we also want to be able to manage people's expectations in terms of being able to deliver them actual benefits to subscribing to the Patreon, while also still giving them a way to support us without like a huge commitment. So moving forward, Byte Marx is going to be having just 2 tiers on the Patreon. A $1 tier and a $5 tier.
Yeah, very simply, the $1 tier will get you a Discord role that we will assign to you once you have subbed to that tier. And also, you'll get our undying love and satisfaction that you're helping along a thing that you like. The $5 tier, on the other hand, will get you early access to videos, Patreon-only content, as well as the Discord role. And in the future, we're planning on adding a lot more stuff to the Patreon, which is probably going to be available at the $5 tier. Now, again, this isn't set in stone. You know, if we get to a point where it's bigger, we'll add the $3 tier in once more and then try and split the benefits and stuff and so on and so forth and whatever. But right now, this is just the easiest way for us to keep track of it and for you guys to keep track of it. So if you want all the benefits, $5 is the way to go. If you're cool with just giving a bit of support here and there and getting a cool name category that you're sorted into on our Discord server, $1 is fine.
Yeah, I don't want to... I want to emphasize that you should only do it if you're financially able to.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, don't break the bank for us.
Yeah, it's... I can't do this as my full-time job, but Callum does want to eventually transition this.
I quit my other job to do this.
Yeah, so it would be good to get more financial inducements, to continue to make the content. But, again, so if you can't afford to support us on Patreon, then... you can share our content, you can tell people about us, you can give us a review. Reviews are really important for the podcasting apps. So if you're going to be on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Bazinga, which I assume is a podcast app, I don't know.
No, it is not. Don't ever say those words to me ever again.
Leave us like good reviews, please, because that will really help us.
I know on Apple podcast as something you can leave a rating if you don't want to write out a whole review. So
Yeah.
just even like that helps us get noticed more.
Yeah, I know there's a portion of you. I was looking at our analytics today. I know there's quite a portion of you. There's like apparently maybe 1 or 2 people who's like over the age of 60. Whoever you guys, gals, and pals are, cool.
You're
That's
champs.
awesome. Yeah, you're a champ.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Unless you're listening to us like angrily, like hate listening to us, then cool, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I know there is maybe a portion of the audience that like only listens to the podcasts. We are still going to be, putting the content on there. We might potentially put some of the reviews on the essays and stuff like that on the podcast app because it's more.
It just depends how visual they need to be.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I'm working on my editing skills. I'm trying to, as you might notice with our recent video, there's there's maybe like some jokes here and there, like some actual more editing tricks. I'm trying to improve my editing skills, but
It looks really good.
thank you. We are still going to be doing that stuff. You can listen to the podcast as you wish. We are trying to maybe incentivize more people to do the stuff on YouTube because it's just a bigger platform. And there's more things that we can do. We can do streams, and eventually we can start things like channel memberships and other stuff.
All at 1,000 subs, we get channel memberships, which we will decide how to manage once we get there, but it's probably going to be fairly similar to the Patreon.
Yeah. We want to provide reasons for people to join our stuff and actually contribute financially towards us. But at the same time, if you can't just like the content and subscribe, I think like 40-something% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. So if you could just subscribe, it costs you nothing. We promise we won't be annoying.
You don't have to do the little bell thing to get notifications from us. You'll know when it's us.
Yeah, we'll shoot a signal into the sky.
Yeah, we're cool friends. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please go like and subscribe and comment and leave us reviews and ratings and check out our Patreon. And also, if you guys have stuff that you want to do, I know Frogs for the Frog War, one of our most staunch supporters, keeps drawing things during my streams and posting them on Twitter and Instagram and stuff and tagging us in them. And they're always amazing. And I love seeing it. I love sharing it. If you have stuff like that you want to send to us, like fan stuff or whatever, please do. I promise we will share it. It's so cool to receive that stuff.
If any of you want me to gush about how cool you are at painting, just send me whatever Warhammer models you're doing, because I guarantee you it's better than me, and I will absolutely, gush over them and talk about how cool they are.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Stay safe out there. Happy Pride for as long as it goes on. Ciao.
Bye.